This 2014 Soccer World Cup preview is brought to you by Specsavers. Now we're coming into the last game Saturday also. Garen, predictions?
Right. Fourth and final quarterfinal, 10 o'clock South African time. We've got the Netherlands up against Costa Rica. Again, on paper it should be a Netherlands victory, but they also haven't been that good to date. I expected a lot more from the Dutch. Losing finals in 2010 in South Africa. They came very close to being knocked out of the tournament earlier on. Costa Rica, for their part, have been really impressive. Playing in South America, got tons of fans there. They were the most impressive penalty shootout team. They scored all 5 of their kicks, which is really good. I've got in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that they'll actually settle 4 penalties, which could make this a little bit of a boring game, in that the Costa Rican team might sit back, be less adventurous than one would hope. Happy to go to extra time, happy then to go to penalties. The Dutch, they've got more goal-scoring flair in Van Persie and Robben. Robben, obviously, in the headlines this week for diving. Hopefully that doesn't decide the outcome. I think the Dutch will win in the end, but I've got a funny feeling this is going to be the game to miss. If you have to really miss one Saturday evening, watch something else rather. It's going to go the whole way, I think. Extra time, perhaps even penalties.
All right, Garen has it pegged as the game to miss. Rob?
That's an insult, Garen. I have 50% Dutch blood in me, so I will be watching the game. I've been through lots
you
of.
have a lot of blood in you. Every show we do. Anyways.
I've seen so much Dutch heartbreak in my time. The Dutch are 3-time losing finalists, so that there's a little bit of a bogey that follows them around World Cups. I don't think they were massively touted for this one. So what I'm hoping is that with little fanfare, they're going to sort of keep on sneaking through into the semis, into the final, and this time finally get it right. I do agree that perhaps it may not be the best game on offer. I think Costa Rica will try to sort of play hang in their sort of football, and the Dutch weren't very convincing, I have to admit, in their round of 16 game against Mexico. There was at quite an advanced stage of the game a pretty grim sort of prospect of the Dutch bowing out, but they did manage to get it right at the end. A couple of good sort of tactical substitutions toward the end, the Dutch, I'm fairly confident that they will get into the semis.